Wana wase kwa shawu. Shawu shawu sweat.
Word up, word up. In the background, that was the sounds of Tony Allen on the drums. Tony Allen. There would be no Afrobeat without Tony Allen. He was a king on the drums. He passed away sadly this week. That's why I'd had to put some on. That is definitely not Tony Allen. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Allen inspired, you know. Yeah, he's a great drummer. And there'll be no Afrobeat without Tony Allen, so a bit of tunes playing in the background. But anyway, welcome to Akwaaba Yoga today on Sunday, the 3rd of May. Good to see some people tapping in. Again, if there's anyone who's got any questions, just keep it in mind and hit me a comment, and I'll check it after the session. And it's blessed to have so many people with us last week. What are we doing today? Today we are, again, we'll be focused on the breath, so aligning the breath with the body. And just allow yourself just to be present again. So just allow yourself to be on the mat and try and get rid of any thoughts you might have had coming into the practice today. And yeah, these classes are all free. There is a donation that I've set up for the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity. So the link should be on the main channel for Akwaaba Yoga, but if it's not, I'll pop up afterwards. But anyway, I will get started. If anyone's got any injuries as well, the key thing for this practice, because we're all in different places, just really listen to your body. So just go to your edge. Don't overdo it. Don't overstress yourself. But again, make it challenging. But just listen to your body. Be mindful of any injuries. But yeah, we're gonna get started. And so we're gonna start on our feet. So we're starting standing up. So just stand up. Put your feet hip distance apart. Maybe shake out the legs, maybe rock the head from side to side. Just feel relaxed in the mat. When you're ready, just come into a stationary position on the mat. Again, your feet hip distance apart. And then come into a very, very simple breathing exercise. So this is something you can do in the morning, just to really wake up the body and bring some breath and oxygen into your lungs. So you can do with your eyes open, your eyes closed. Very simply, we're going to start to bend the knees and draw up energy from the ground as you breathe in through the nostrils. And on the exhale, we're going to push down as you breathe out any negativity and reverse it. So again, inhale through the nose, close your eyes. Exhale, force the air out of the lungs. Push down any negativity, any stress, any worries. Inhale, breathe in, draw in energy, fill up your lungs. Exhale as you come down. Just see how you're flowing with the body. On the inhale, you're coming up. And on the exhale, we're coming down. On the inhale, we come up. On the exhale, come down. Just go at your own pace here. Just keep it nice and steady. Inhale to come up. Exhale, push down. See the hands and turn the palms up. So drawing energy up from the ground. On exhale, reversing the palms as I'm pushing down. Inhale to drop strength and energy. Really feel grounded in the feet. Exhale, push down. Let's do 5 more in your own pace. Just be the last one. If your eyes are closed, just blink open the eyes. And check out the arms and the legs. Bring some movements to the hips, swap from side to side. Then take the hips in a circular motion one way and then the other. Now let's come down to our knees on the mat. So we're going to take a child's pose, so knees apart and feet together. Again, place your feet flat on the mat. And just start to wiggle your bum back. Take your arms forward. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Let's come to a stationary position before we start. From here, let's come into our Ujjayi breathing. So again, maybe close the eyes. And Ujjayi breathing, we'll breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose. Exhale, out through the nose. And again, in through the nose. And out through the nose. Really create a whisper-like sound. The oceanic breath that you might hear filling the room as you breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Start to come up onto your hands and knees. Again, I'm going to bring some lovely movement to our back. As we always like to do, just work out the back muscles. So you place your feet hip distance apart, your knees hip distance apart, your hands are directly underneath your shoulder blades. When it comes to some cat and cow, it's going to barrel the belly down, look up as you breathe in. On an exhale, really push hands into the mat, draw your belly towards your spine, and come to the angle cat pose. On the inhale, just reverse it, you undulate the back and the belly down. On the exhale, I'm going to push into the mat. And again, one more. Draw your shoulders away as you look up to the front diagonal. On the exhale, push away into the mat. Now come into your freestyle here. Just move through the hips, move through the shoulders. There's no guidance here, just go as your body's dictating. If you come to a tight spot, maybe just hold it for a couple of breaths. My hips are really tight. So I find this really nice just to hold onto one side and then the other. Let's come into a flat neutral position. Let's take our right hand, place our right hand in the center of the mat. On the inhale, start to draw the left hand up to the sky. So inhale, drawing up. And just hold it there. Hold it there for a couple of breaths. So keep breathing, don't hold your breath, you just hold in a pose. Even look up to the hand, look down to the hand on the mat. Maybe start to bring some movements to the wrist, take it one way, then the other. Maybe want to start winding up the shoulders. Bring some movement to your left shoulder. If you're on the other side, don't worry. We'll reverse it in a second. Just one more inhale, really draw up, feel like someone's pulling you up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, bring the hand back down to the mat. I'm going to take the other side, so take the left hand, place it in the middle of the mat. Take your right hand and draw your right hand up to the sky. Really open up the chest. Just go to your edge. And again, just bring some movement to your wrists. Maybe start to wind up the right shoulder this time, or the left one if you took the other side first time around. Just wind it one way and then the other. And then bring the hand back down to the mat. So now in your tabletop, we are going to take our left foot, lift our left knee and our left foot off the mat, and just point it straight back so it's parallel to the ground. On this occasion, we're not pointing the toes, we're drawing the toes towards the face. So it's our left leg, that's back. This is going to test your balance a little bit. Take your right hand right in front of you. So your right palm is facing towards the left-hand side. Try not to arch your neck. Just have a nice relaxed neck. Just look beyond the front of the mat. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. On the next breath, draw your knee in towards the chest and your elbow in towards the hip. As you curl in, still holding. On the exhale, we're going to push out. Again, left foot is back, curl towards you. Your right hand is out in front of you. On the inhale, we're going to curl in. On the exhale, push out. One more. Inhale, curl in. Exhale, push out. Hold it there for a couple of breaths. If you want to just step it up a little bit, maybe bend up the left foot, grab the left foot with the right hand, and just start to push back into the hand with the left foot. Just looking over the right shoulder. And release to the ground. Let's come to a quick child's pose. So knees apart, feet together. Take an inhale in, and exhale out through the mouth. And again, inhale in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. On the next inhale, I'm going to come back up, take the other side. So this time, it's the right foot going back. So in your tabletop, the right foot goes back, the toes are curled in towards the face, and the left hand goes out in front of us this time. On the inhale, really create length in the body. On the exhale, bring the knee to the chest and the elbow to the hip. Inhale, take it back, take the hand forward. Exhale, and drawing, really curling. Try and bring the knee to your nose. One more, as we lengthen out forward. Your toes are drawing towards the face. On the next breath, bring the knee into the chest, the elbow to the hip. On the inhale, take the hand forward, hold it there for 3 seconds. And again, just level up. If it's there for you, take the left hand and grab the right foot. Just start to push into the foot, into the hand with the foot. Take the gaze over the left shoulder. Start to lift the knee so it's parallel to the ground. And relax. Bring the knee down, your hand down. Let's take one more child's pose. So bring your hips to the heels, your forehead to the mat. Take a deep inhale in through the nose and exhale everything through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. On the next inhale, I'm going to come up again to our tabletop. I'm going to push straight back into a down facing dog. So I'm going to curl the back toes under, push into the mat, and come into that inverted V. Just bring some movement to the feet here. Again, we want an equilibrium in terms of weight distribution between the hands and the feet. We're not too far forward onto the hands, and not too far back. Just feel as if your weight is spread equally. And energetically draw your heels to the mat. If it's not there for you yet, that's all good. Energetically feel that your heels are drawing down. Let's take your gaze towards the back of the feet, in between your feet and the back of the mat. Maybe shake your head from left to right. I'm sweating already. I don't know if that's good or bad. And on the inhale, come into your tiptoes and just take small tiptoes towards the bottom of the mat, not big ones at all. Keep your hands where they are, just start walking. You're really working your core here. Go as far as you can in your tiptoes. And then relax. Bring your heels down. Just come into a really relaxed swing from left to right. Just embrace your ragdoll. Just surrender to gravity here. You're not holding yourself up. Your head is heavy. Maybe take opposite arms, opposite hands to opposite elbows, and just swing from left to right. Again, just to level up, just to bring additional challenge. Just take your hands and grasp them. So your hands are just above your sacrum. On the inhale, and look to the front of the mat. On the exhale, just lift the hands off the sacrum. Start to draw the hands off the bum bum.
Sometimes what I say to my nephew, just lift your hands off your sacrum, start to fold forward. Again, you're not forcing it, just let gravity take control here. Maybe bring a slight bend to the knees. And on the inhale, bring the hands back up and let them flop to the floor. Slowly, breath by breath. Vertebra by vertebra. You're going to start to roll up. Keep everything heavy. Keep your arms heavy, keep your head heavy. Just roll up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Let your head be the last to come up. Just draw your shoulders back. Just take our hands to our chest, just bring our feet together. Just close our eyes for a couple of breaths. It's a nice mini stretch before we start. Just again, bring a sense of gratitude to yourself for turning up today at 12:30. Akwaaba yoga, welcome to you. A lot of people ask what does Akwaaba mean? It means welcome. On the inhale, start to flick open the eyes if they're closed. Exhale, release. On the inhale, going to draw the hands up to the sky. Really breathe beyond the fingers. Try to touch the ceiling. On the exhale, we're going to fold forward. So bring your hands to your chest and fold forward. On the inhale, we'll come to a halfway lift, so hands on the shins. Lengthen out the arms as you take your gaze to the front of the mat. On the exhale, release down. And again, one more. So again, hands to the shins, come to a halfway lift, your feet hip distance apart. Lengthen out the arms. Draw back the shoulders to help straighten out your back and relax to the ground. Let's bring our hands to the front of the mat. We're going to mix up a little bit slow. We're going to take our left foot back towards the back of the mat. Drop our knees and uncurl the back toes. So if it's for you on the wooden floor, maybe feel free to just roll up your mat or put a towel or a jumper or a t-shirt underneath just to bring protection to your knee. So your left knee's on the mat, your right sole of the foot is still at the front of the mat. I'm going to draw the arms up to the sky. So really try and lengthen up through the body, try not to collapse into the lower back. Really engage your lovely transverse abdominis, the muscle in the abs that no one sees, that does all the work. Really engage that muscle to draw up through the hands. On the exhale, bring the hands back towards the front of the mat. If your mat's rolled up, just unroll it. You're going to take your right foot back towards the back of the mat. You're now in your high plank. Again, really work your abs here. So roll forwards and back onto the toes. If you need to, if your body's calling for it, you can feel free to drop the knees and do the same action. And on the inhale, draw forward. Exhale, everyone drop the knees. We're going to bring our chest to the mat. We're going to come up into a cobra or a sphinx, or if it's there for you already, if your back is suitably warmed up, upward facing dog. So draw the elbows in towards the body and start to lift up through the chest. Draw your chest through your arms. Maybe your knees lifted off the ground. And on the exhale, we're going to push back into a downward facing dog. Well done. Use your 3 breaths. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. 2 more. Inhale in. Really bring the oxygen into your lungs. Exhale through the nose. And 1 more. And exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to take our left foot this time. Bring our left foot right to the front of the mat. So if you tiptoe it or bring it straight through, so your left foot sits right in between the 2 hands. This time drop your right knee to the mat. Again, if you need to, feel free to roll the mat up to bring extra padding to your knees. You're going to uncurl the back toes. Once you feel stable, we're going to draw the arms up to the sky. Remember to engage your transverse abdominis, your muscle that does all the work in the belly. Really draw up That avoid even dumping back into your lower back and creating pain. And on the exhale, bring our hands, both hands to the front of the mat, uncurl the back toes and step all the way to the front of the mat. So now you're standing here in a forward fold. We'll take a halfway lift, so hands and shins. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to release. And the next thing, I'm going to really take the hands all the way up to the sky and bring the arms, the hands to the chest in prayer position. Well done. I'm going to take the other side now. See, I'm panting a little bit. I'm with you. So your hands up to the sky. On the exhale, you're bending from the hips. Draw the hands to the chest as you come to your forward fold. On the inhale, take a halfway lift. Take the hands to the shins, look beyond the mat. Draw back the shoulders. On the exhale, bring the hands back to the mat. This time, we're going to take the right foot back, all the way back to the back of the mat. And then drop your knee, your right knee to the mat. Again, pad up the back knee. If you need to, put a towel or t-shirt underneath. If your left foot nice and stable, shoulder foot stable at the front of the mat, and start to draw up through the arms, really lengthen out the body. Take a deep inhale in and exhale. Bring our hands to the front of the mat, uncurl the back toes. And in one big leap, just take our left foot all the way back to join our right foot in high plank. Okay, just roll forwards and back here, forwards and back. On the next inhale, roll forward. Let's everyone drop the knees, uncurl the back toes, and again bring your chest so you're flat on the mat. Again, take your hands forward into cobra, a low cobra. If it's there for you again, you're going to come into an upward facing dog, so your hands are just underneath your shoulders. Your arms, your elbows are flaring out to the side. Draw your elbows towards the side of your ribs. Using the heels of the hands, start to push up into the mat. Basically, draw your body through your arms. Take a deep inhale in. On the exhale, going to push back into our lovely resting pose. What it feels like right now, that downward facing dog. Again, just energetically, feels as if your heels are drawn to the ground. Oh. Take a deep inhale in for the nose and exhale. This time, I'm going to take the right foot and draw the right foot all the way through towards the front of the mat. The sole of the right foot is right in the middle of both hands. Drop the left knee down, uncurl the back toes. Once you've got a sense of stability, start to lift the torso up and draw the arms up to the sky. And engage your hand muscles here. Create a bit more height and length. And on the exhale, bring the hands to the front of the mat, curling the back toes. And in one big leap, you're going to jump the left foot, so it means the right foot at the front of the mat. Really enjoy the forward fold here for one breath. On the next inhale, take the hands to the shins. Lengthen up the arms as we come into our lovely halfway lift. Well done, guys. Draw the shoulders back, and on the exhale, relax to the ground. On the inhale, take the arms up all the way to the sky. On the exhale, draw the hands to the chest, with the eyes closed. We're here for just a couple of breaths. Your heart rate, just take your right hand and place it on your heart. It might be beating a little bit quicker from that nice flow we've just done. We're going to repeat that, just speed it up a little bit more, just to test our balance. Again, go at your pace. If your breath dictates you go a bit slower, then just listen to your body. And at any point, feel free to take your child's pose. On the next inhale, draw the arms up to the sky. On the exhale, look forward and forward. On the inhale, hands to the shins, look forward. On the exhale, bring our hands to the mat, take our left foot back, drop our left knee to the mat, Uncoil the back toes. Once we're stable in the front foot, draw our arms up to the sky. We're nice and tall in our body. On the exhale, bring our hands to the front of the mat. Curl the back toes under. And step our right foot to join our left foot at the back of the mat. Roll forward onto the toes. You would drop the knees, or come straight down to a low plank. Your elbows are at a nice degree angle. Pushing the body forward. Draw your chest with your arms as you come into upward facing dog. And on the exhale, use the heels, the hands you're pushing into the mat. Curling the toes under as you come into a downward facing dog. On the next inhale, taking the left foot, again drawing it to the front of the mat. Dropping our right knee to the ground. Uncurl the back toes. And then draw the hands up to the sky. On the inhale and on the exhale, take our hands back down. Curl the toes under. You know what's coming. We're going to jump the right foot forward to join the left foot at the front of the mat. Well done. Inhale, we're going to come to a halfway lift. Exhale, release to the ground. Inhale, bend the knees and draw the arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, bring your hands to the chest. On the inhale, draw your hands up to the sky. On the exhale, bend from the hips as you draw your arms and hands through your chest. Inhale to a halfway lift. This time taking the opposite side. So you can bring your hands to the mat. Lift your right foot off the mat. Step it all the way back towards the back of the mat. Drop your right knee down. Pad up if you need to. Uncurl the back toes. On the next inhale, scoop and take the arms up right to the sky. You might start to feel the stretch coming in your right hip flexor. Holding it for one more breath. And on the exhale, bring your hands to the front of the mat. Curl the back toes under. And take the left foot back. So join the right foot at the back of the mat in a high plank. Roll forward onto the toes. Come into a low plank. Push up into an upward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to push back into our downward facing dog. Just one more side to do now. Take the right foot. Draw the right foot in between our hands. Drop the left knee to the mat. Uncurl the back toes. Lift the hands up off the mat. So we lengthen out the body. Again, this time enjoy the stretch you'll bring into your left hip flexor. And on the exhale, bring the hands to the front of the mat. Curl the back toes under. Lift up the knee. And if it's there for you, just jump that left foot forward. Draw on the right foot at the front of the mat. Take the hands to the shins as we come to our halfway lift. On the exhale, release to the ground. On the next inhale, take our hands all out to the sky. On the exhale, bring our hands to the chest. Well done. It's a nice flow. Just keep your eyes closed for against a couple of breaths here. Just notice where your head is at. Just notice how your body feels if you felt you could have gone a bit quicker, but you're holding back. Feel if you're a little bit out of breath, like me. Just come to stillness. Just embrace a couple of seconds of doing nothing at all. Just open the eyes now. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky. Exhale, bend from the hips. Just take your hands to the mat. We're going to just take our left foot to the back of the mat and lift the right foot and let the right foot join our left foot as we come into our high plank. You can push forward and take it to a low plank. You're going to push up into an upward facing dog. Again, just bring your elbows in nice and tight and the ribs. Maybe your knees are off the mat. And then push back into our downward facing dog. So adjust the feet if you have to, adjust the hands. And here be for just 5 breaths. So if it's there for you, or it's calling like it is me, just go and grab yourself a quick water. Not too much. So upside down. If you've gone to grab your water, you take your swing. Just join us again in that downward facing dog. Energetically draw the heels to the mat. This time I'm going to take our left foot, just step the left foot so it's in the middle of the mat. Take our right foot, lift our right foot so it's parallel with the ground. Really working your quad here. And then bring your knee all the way to your nose. So you're rolling forward, bring your knee to your nose. And then take it back so it's parallel with the floor. On the inhale, draw it in again, knee to the nose. Take it back. I'm going to come knee to the nose for one more breath. Hold it there for 2, for 1. And then drop the sole of your right foot as beautifully as I didn't do. So it sits again in between your 2 hands. So now both feet are pointing forward towards the front of your mat, both pointing towards 12 o'clock. Just feel a sense of stability here. So really feel grounded and rooted to the ground. Your left leg is nice and straight. On the inhale, so lift the torso up. And then take your arms out to the sky. Oh, take a deep inhale in. Again, lengthen through the torso. Exhale to release. Inhale in. On the exhale, just cartwheel the hands down. Take our right foot to make our left foot at the back of the mat. You know what we're going to do. Push forward and toes. Come down to a low plank. Press up into an upward facing dog. Breath in the clicks. And then push back into our downward facing dog. We just 3 breaths. So again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Just 2 more at your own pace. This time take our right foot, step our right foot, set at the back of the mat in the middle. You can start to lift your left foot. So your left foot this time is parallel to the mat. On the inhale, draw the knee to the nose. On the next breath, you're pushing it back towards the back of the wall. Inhale to draw in. Exhale to push out. Just one more. Inhale to draw in. And this time, you're stepping the left sole of the foot, so sitting again at the front of the mat. So both feet here. You want to imagine this as they're on train tracks, they're both pointing forward. Your right leg is nice and straight. Try not to collapse into that knee. If you can, make it so straight. If you do need to drop it to the ground, feel free to drop the knee and curl the back toes. But if you want to level up, again, just straighten that leg. Start to lift the torso off the knee. We're now in crescent lunge. And take our hands up to the sky. It feels like you're pushing energetically your heel towards the back wall. You can draw up through the belly to create some length in the torso. Feel that nice stretch on the right hip flexor this time. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back. Draw the right foot. Want to press forward. Again, drop the knees if it's there for you. Or come straight down to a low plank. Push up into an upward facing dog. And press down into a downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in, come up onto the toes. And exhale, draw the heels energetically towards the ground. Inhale in. Exhale, release. I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to switch up ever so slightly. So listen out for the prompts and the cues. Take the left foot so it sits in the middle of the mat at the back. Again, lift the right foot so it's parallel to the mat, to the floor. This time, you're taking it all the way through. So bring the knee to your nose. Straight away, take your right shoulder foot so it's flat on the mat. So you're nice crescent lunge. Again, if you need to, it's there, you can drop your left knee. If you want to level up, just do whatever your body's calling for. Your left leg is nice and straight. Both feet are pointing towards the front of the mat. Draw the hands up to the sky. Bring your hands to the centre of your chest. Should be nice and balanced here. I'm going to spin around so you can see me. So again, your right foot's pointing forward. You're on your back toes. Try not to go beyond that front ankle. Just a nice little bend at the front. Your hands in your chest. Inhale to draw up. Exhale, start to twist from your abs, from your torso. So you're taking your left elbow and it sits just on the outside of your left thigh. And if you need to, drop that left knee to the mat. The left elbow is up against the right thigh. Your hands are in a prayer position. Ooh. And you're twisting. You're really rinsing out your organs. It's a really good twist for a really good stretch, I should say, for your digestive system. If your knees down, you want to level up. Again, come up onto the toes. Push the toes into the mat. Straighten out that back leg. And take your gaze over to your right hand side. You might want to take it one step further. Start to open up the arms. Take the right hand up. And the left hand towards the mat. One more breath. On the exhale, bring the hands to the front of the mat. Step the right foot back to drop the left foot and take it through your Vinyasa. So again, come forward onto the toes. You would drop the knees, so come straight down to a low plank. Your elbows are tucked in. Look up and tuck the back toes as you come into your upward facing dog. Maybe take your gaze over to look at your back foot, your right foot, and switch sides. Take your gaze look over your left shoulder. Bring it back to the middle. Curl the back toes under as you come into your downward facing dog. If that's your first time for doing it, well done. Take a deep inhale in through the nose and exhale as you again energetically draw your heels to the mat. Just 2 more breaths here. So if your gaze has gone AWOL and you're looking all over the shop, just take the gaze so it's just in the middle of your back feet. This time you're going to step your right foot so it's at the back, in the centre of the mat. Lift our left leg. So again, it's parallel. Really push your hands into the mat. Your left leg is parallel. Your toes are curled in towards your face. And go for that knee to nose action. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And you drop the left shoulder foot this time. So it sits in the middle of the mat. You're up on your toes. Again, you can drop that right knee to the mat. If it's calling for you to first come into the pose, we're going to go for a twist again. So make sure you're nice and grounded in the left foot and you're up on your toes and your back foot. Start to lift the torso up. Just take your hands into a prayer position, to the centre of the chest. Inhale to draw up. Exhale to again twist from the lower abdomen. You're twisting over. Your hands are in prayer position. Try and keep your hands at the centre of the chest. Whenever I come to this, I like to first place my elbow so it's in place, it's in position. I don't know if it's cheating, but if it is, I'm a cheater, I guess. So your right elbow is just on the outside of your left thigh this time. So right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Bring your hands to a prayer position. Your hands are in the centre of your chest. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, see if you've got any more twist there. Again, to level up. Start to press the toes into the mat. Lift that right leg off so the right leg is nice and straight. Again, if it's there for you, maybe start to open up the arms. Take your right hand down, your left hand up. Just use the right elbow to add resistance to the left knee. If you fall out, it's all good. Embrace that. And on the exhale, so I'm tired, bring your hands, so you sit at the front of the mat. Take your left foot to join your right foot at the back. Again, roll through the toes, just come forward and back. Take it for our Vinyasa. So you're going to come down to a low plank, push up into an upward facing dog. So bring your torso through your arms, press into the mat using the front of your feet. So your knees are lifted and then press back into our lovely downward facing dog. Ooh. Together we're all going to come down to our knees as we come to the child's pose. Come to your knees, bring your feet together at the back of the mat. See if you create any more space for your hips to come down a little bit further towards your bum, your heels to come any more further down. Bring your forehead to the mat. If your forehead's not reaching, just use your fists to create a little pillow. Otherwise, bring your forehead to the mat. Lengthen out your arms in front of you. And just bring your awareness to your heart here. Just bring your awareness to the pace at which your heart is beating. My heart's going a bit AWOL. I'm still connecting to the breath. I'm still inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. I'm trying my best to maintain my Ujjayi breath. That's what's allowed me to flow through the class today. Maybe just shift your hips from right to left. Ooh. Again, if you weren't with us last week, if you've got issues with your knees, you needed to bring a towel so it sits underneath your knees, then always feel free to do that. Always feel free to take your modifications. On the inhale, we're going to press up into our tabletop position. And we'll start to press into the mat. So we come to our downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, draw the heels back towards the mat. As we take our gaze in between our 2 feet. On the inhale, keeping your hands where they are. Again, start to tiptoe the feet forward. It's really small steps. You're really going to start working your abs here. Keep going. You're right high on your tiptoes. Imagine you're wearing high heels until you go any further. And then relax. Bring your heels to the mat. Start to just sway up. You're swaying up. You're keeping the body heavy. Your arms are heavy. Your head is heavy. Let's come to Tadasana pose, your mountain pose. So you're drawing your shoulders back. So see what I just did there, just really just round your shoulders, your back, lengthen up through your torso, and just show your palms to the front of the mat. I'm going to turn and face you. We're going to come into tree pose. A couple of you said you enjoyed tree pose and testing your balance last week. So again, we're going to take tree. So remember, if you're coming into tree, you've got a couple of options. So you take your heel just to the inside of your calf, or you can take it to the inside of your thigh, but just avoid putting your heel onto your knee. It's really delicate, the knees. So, nice sense of balance. Bring your hands to your chest. Take a deep inhale in, and exhale through the nose. Inhale, exhale through the nose. On the next inhale, feel grounded in your left foot. Start to lift the right foot off the mat. You can place your right foot so it sits again just inside of your left calf. Or today you can take your right foot so it sits, if you fall out, like I might do, it's all good. Take your right foot so it sits just inside of your left thigh. If you're leveling up, you just want to hold your foot there for a couple of breaths. Just get used to the pose and feel free. If you can, just release your foot out. Want to grow your tree by taking your hands up to the side diagonals. And for one more, see if you can hold that for a couple of breaths by closing the eyes. See what that does to your balance. If you fall out, it's all good. It's just going to show how important the different organs are to our body. Our organs, like our eyes, they do a great job in not just being able to see, but a great tool for balance. So we're going to take the other side this time. So again, feel grounded in your right foot. This time, take your left foot. And you know what to do. You take your left foot to the right calf, or you can level up and take your left foot so it sits inside of your right thigh. Really feel as if you're opening up for your hip. You're facing forward. Bring your hands in prayer position to your chest. Really feel grounded through your right foot. Maybe fan out through the toes. And again, as we do it on the other side, start to take the hands to the 45-degree diagonal either side. Maybe for a couple of breaths, just close the eyes. See what that does for your balance and your awareness. Oh, that's me done. Well done. It's a nice balancing pose. I'm going to turn and face the front of the mat again. Draw the hands up to the sky. Bring our hands all the way through the chest. Our hands to our shins, come to a halfway lift. Bring our hands to the mat. This time I'm going to take our peace fingers and wrap them just around our big toes. So this one's called a big toe grab. There's a more beautiful Sanskrit name, but it's escaping me right now. But we're going for big toe grab. So use our two peace fingers just to grab our toes, grab our right toe. Again, if you're not close to the mat, don't worry about that. All you've got to do is bend your knees. Bend your knees to come closer as much as you need to. Take your two big toes. Your feet are hip distance apart. On the inhale, I'm going to take that halfway lift. So take the gaze towards the front of the mat. Your arms are lengthened out. They're nice and straight. Take your elbows so they're tucked in nicely, either side of your knees. So inhale to look up. Exhale, relax the neck down. If your knees are bent, using the grip of your fingers and your toes, just start to lengthen out your legs. So if you're nice and bent, just start to lengthen them out until you get to your edge. You're bringing a nice stretch here to your hammies. Maybe engage your quad muscles, turn your quads on to create a bit more room. Feel nice and relaxed. Ignore my noises. And relax the hands down. Start to, I'm going to bring in just a couple of challenges each week. Just we take one pose and see how we can work up as the weeks go by. Gym is locked down. So if any of you haven't done crow pose before, it's the one that all the super perfect yogis seem to be doing on Instagram, and it always looks perfect. But it's really difficult to come into. So if you are practicing this, just take your time. I'm going to turn and face you so you can see what I'm doing. Your stability really comes from feeling grounded in the hands. So just as you trust your feet throughout the day, so you know to take from A to B, just feel nice and trusting in your hands. So just place your hands so they sit directly in front of you, nice and flat on the mat. Fan out your hands on the mat. And if you've done this before, feel free to come straight into crow and hold it for 5 breaths. If you fall out, come back in. Come to child's pose and come back in. For those of you, if you're new, place your hands directly in front of you, hip distance apart. Take your elbows. This modification, taking that elbow so it sits just inside of our knees. So I'm nice and high on my toes. I'm not flat on the ground. I'm nice and high on my toes. My knees are either side of my elbows. And then just start to rock forward and back. So using your toes, use your toes to push up. You might feel your calves are switching on here. All you're doing is creating a sense of trust in your hands. You might get to the point where you feel you'll go no further, and that's all good. That's your rest today. You might feel as if you're about to topple over, and you start to lift one foot off the mat, and that's your edge. Again, all you're doing is just practicing getting comfortable with your hands on the mat. If you can, and both feet lift up, and bring your toes together, and come back down. That might be for half a second or millisecond, but all you're doing is creating a sense of trust, just a seesaw. You're coming forwards and back. And over time, what we're going to end up doing, we're going to take our knees from outside of our elbows, so our knees sit right on our triceps. So our knees are a lot more higher up. We'll come up onto the toes again, using the same trust in the hands. Start to lift the toes, bring the toes together, straight out the hands, the arms. But all that comes from starting from the base. And the base is just feeling, trusting in the hands by walking forwards and back. That's a nice one for us to practice. Okay, let's come to the front of your mat and start to slowly roll back, vertebra by vertebra. Our feet are flat on the mat. Bringing our backs to the mat. Bring our hands over our head. We're going to come into a lovely bridge. So bridge pose, again, if you came last week, all we're doing is bringing our feet so we can just brush the back of our heels. Our feet are hip distance apart. We're just brushing the heels. Ooh. On the inhale, we're going to start to lift from the lower back, then the middle back, then the upper back. So really feel grounded in the feet, fan out the toes, and start to lift up. Again, from lower back, middle back, and upper back. Start to open up our chest and our bodies. It's a really nice energizing pose. It's really good for the morning to wake yourselves up. Hold for one more breath. And slowly start to roll forward. Upper back, middle back, and lower back. Bring our feet together, our knees apart. So we come to Baddha Konasana legs. Maybe take your hands so they sit just inside of our thighs. Just bring a little bit of weight. You might start to feel a bit of a stretch coming in your both your hip flexors here. Let's go for two more. So you can draw the knees in. See if you can just brush the back of the heels. Again, we're coming up for our bridge pose. So again, lower back, middle back, then upper back. Really engage your glutes, your bum muscles here. Feel as if you're drawing up from the hips. Hold for two more. For one more breath, your glutes are still engaged. Start to undulate the back down. Upper back, middle back, and lower back. And bring your feet together and your knees apart. Okay, one more challenge I'm going to bring. We're going to come again into a bridge pose, or if you feel suitably warmed up in your back. If you've done a wheel before, then feel free to come straight into wheel. If you've not done wheel before, again, because we're not in the same vicinity, just listen in so you know what to do maybe for the future. You should rather go straight to bridge and go for bridge. But again, you're drawing your heels in, so you brush the back of your heels. You're taking your hands, so your fingers are pointed towards the front of the mat. Your elbows are pointed high to the sky. We're going to push into the mat with our heels and also with our hands. On the inhale, let's push up. Again, our hands are hip distance apart. Then you come up onto the toes. Oh, it's really nice pose for open up the heart, And to come out, draw the heels to the mat, bring the chin in. Slowly bring yourself back to the mat. And again, upper back, middle back, lower back. So remember the foundation is all in the bridge. Once you've got that bridge nailed, you're nice and comfortable. Then flip the hands back and push up to the wheel. It's a nice place to move to. But make sure you get the foundation right. You can bring your feet together, your knees apart. Maybe place one hand onto your heart, your left hand onto your heart. Take your right hand to your belly. Just feel your belly lifting up and down. As you bring yourself back to your Ujjayi breath if you lost it. Before we finish up, we're going to come and work out abs a little bit more. Everyone's messaging me at the end saying they love the abs. So what should we do today? Let's take our feet up off the mat. Take our feet straight up to the sky. Point your toes to the sky. Again, if ladies, if it's not opportune, if it's not a great time for you to be doing that this time of the month, then feel free to keep your heels on the mat. And you're just taking gentle stomach crunches for a count of, well, I'm going to count, I won't say I'm going to do. Just keep you with me. So you're either crunching or just follow me. So you're taking the right foot down first. It's off the mat, you're not touching the mat. Your left foot's coming down, drawing your right foot. Your hands are above your head. Bring your right foot up, your left foot up. Right foot down, left foot down. Right foot up, left foot up. If you're crunching, that's one count. That's 2 counts. 1, right foot up, left foot up. Right foot down, left foot down. Right foot up, left foot down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time, left foot down, right foot down, and hold it for a count of 10. Start to lift the head up off the ground, bring the hands forward. So you're on a low boat. Just hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the head down, keep your feet up, bring the feet up to the sky, and relax. Ooh. Bring the legs flat in front of you. Let's see if we can fit in one more cheeky up pose. Got just a couple of minutes to go. We're coming to a side plank. So take your left hand, place your left hand on the mat. So you come up onto your left forearm. So your left forearm is on the mat. Take your left leg so straight out back. You need to take a modified pose. So you can keep the left knee down and the right foot down and lengthen out your right leg. And just lift up and start to pulse with your left hip down, your right hip up. Again, if you're leveling up, hope you're with me. Both legs are off the ground, your right hand's up, and just pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. And swap sides. Spin around real quick. Ooh. Again, you want to put your right knee on the ground and your right leg behind you. Put your left leg straight. Your right hand is on the mat. This is your right forearm. And you're just pulsing. If you're with me, straighten out both feet and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold and release. We're coming up to finish the class now. Just bring yourself to lie on your backs. Just take any final pose here. Just maybe take your knees up. Bring your knees to your chest. If you want to, just go for a mini inversion. Just take your feet up to the sky for a Viparita Karani. Just enjoy the flow of the blood coming from your feet, down your calves, down your thighs, to your hips. And lengthen out your legs in front of you. Place your hands either side of your body. Close your eyes. Let go of your Ujjayi breathing. Just come back to a natural breath. Really, just make sure you close your eyes and reward yourself. Having a couple of minutes here, just on a mat, in silence, in stillness. If you're someone that likes to move, your mind's always working, just to embrace a challenge you might have, just by lying still. Start to bring yourself back. Your eyes still closed. Start to bring some awareness to your fingers, into your toes. Maybe move the head from left to right, massage out the back of your skull. Okay, maybe your eyes are still closed here. Just bring your knees up to your chest. Give them a nice tuck in. Maybe take your forehead to your knees. Just roll over to one side, either your right or left. Just come into a fetal position. Again, just keep your eyes closed. Slowly start to push up into the mat. Your eyes are still closed. Come into an easy seated position. I say easy because you're not straining your knees here. I'm going to come onto my knees. Just bring your hands to your chest. Your eyes are still closed. Okay, just thank yourself for turning up. Akwaaba Yoga thanks you for your support. Just bring your hands, your prayer to your third eye, to the middle of your forehead. And together we just say Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. A couple of minutes over. Apologies if I kept you and you've got somewhere to run to. Yeah, that was Akwaaba Yoga on a Sunday. Tried to mix up a little bit, bring a couple of different elements, couple of play bits in there.
again, if you have any questions, going to leave this chat open for about 5 minutes or so. Yeah, feel free to drop in any questions. I like to tailor these classes to whatever people might be feeling. If you've got any issues with your hips, your knees, or your back, just again let me know. Someone needs some help with their crow, which is all good. But yeah, no, thanks again for joining in. Again, these classes are all free. It's my pleasure to do these. Feel free to follow us on the social handles. Akwaaba Yoga is the Instagram. Or subscribe to this channel and please spread the word. Let me bring back some Tony Allen and see if Tony's got any stuff for us here. But yeah, have a great Sunday, guys. And remember, like I said, it's free. There are donations going to Royal Marsden Cancer Charity, so I'll post a link up on the main page for Akwaaba Yoga. But yeah, thanks again. Have a great Sunday. In a bit, guys. Wow.